And we are back here with Cityline, and I have Mary and Megan who are joining us to talk about a festive, wonderful annual holiday event here in Tacoma that I've been to and enjoyed several times. And I'm just thrilled to have you both here to talk about the Midwinter Revels, which we're looking forward to later this month. So every year the Midwinter Revels is set in a different time and a place. So where is it set this year?
Well, this year it's set in Mexico in the 1890s. So every year we do draw on a different time and place, and we create a great celebration. And everyone who comes feels like they're part of that celebration. So it's colorful and bright and warm compared to here.
Absolutely. On a snowy day like today, you want to go somewhere warm where the colors are vibrant and the atmosphere is warm. That's wonderful. Who is in this year's show? I know it's a large cast usually.
We have a large cast. We have a chorus of about 30 adult singers and another chorus of about 15 children. We also have Trio Guadalavine, which is our folk band. They are serving as our tradition bearers and playing lots of instruments. We also have Seattle Brass, and we have Bailadores de Bronces, which is a folklorico dance troupe from Seattle that's going to come down and also be part of it.
Oh,
we also have actors Bill Johns and Marlene Hernandez who are in it.
Oh, wonderful. And where are they from?
Bill is from Seattle, and I think Marlene is also from Seattle.
Okay.
I don't
Local.
know.
Regional actors. That's wonderful. It'll be wonderful to have them there. So it's a complex script. It's an interesting, fun, story. Where did the script come from for this year's show?
Well, our director, B.J. Douglas, she takes scripts that other Rebel cities have developed and then also does her own research and has made something that works for Puget Sound Rebels.
Wonderful. You mentioned a little bit about the musical performers that are going to be a part of this year's show. Can you tell us a little bit more about the music and what guests can expect?
Well, this year we have music from lots of different traditions. The chorus is singing in several different languages. They're singing in Nahuatl, which is an indigenous language. They're also singing in Spanish and in Latin and in English. And then we also have Trio Guadalavine, which is made up of Abel Rocha, Tony Gomez, and Gus Denhard. And they are bringing music from all across Mexico in a variety of different styles. So we're going to hear love songs, we're going to hear villancicos, which are Christmas carols. We're going to hear things that are from the 1890s, things that are from the 1690s, and things that are from the 1940s. But we'll have a lot of fun making music together.
That's amazing. Well, we've talked a little bit about this year's show, but Mary, tell us about the Puget Sound Revels. This has been a Tacoma tradition for years now.
That's right. 1994 was when we were first at the Rialto with our first big show. And what Puget Sound Revels wants to do is create great community celebrations. And the big winter show is one, and it's theatrical, and the rest of the year we do other things. We're around town in parks and places, mostly free, all ages. May Day celebrations in Wright Park, making flower crowns and singing and dancing, or singing on the Bridge of Glass at the equinox, the fall equinox, to sing goodbye to summer and hello to autumn. So what we want to do is create and celebrate community through traditional and not so traditional song, dance, and story.
Like parading through the neighborhoods with a lit up dragon, which is going to happen this weekend, this week, and next weekend in various neighborhoods around Tacoma.
Right. 3 dragon parades, and connected in with the Tacoma Light Trail. There's a little station for sort of some wonderful things happening where the parade begins and ends. So you never know what Puget Sound Revels is going to be doing.
Amazing. So much going on this holiday season, but not just a holiday season thing, right? The Puget Sound Revels sound like they're busy all year.
It's year round. What I like to say is for the Midwinter Revels, you come and you get the experience of a celebrating village. But when you come and do to our other events, you are the celebrating village. So you get to be 100% doing the thing.
That's great. Truly a community-centered event. Wonderful. So we talked Revels is known for just the wonderful music and the beautiful set and the costumes. But maybe an unexpected part of it is the humor. It's quite funny, right? What should guests expect that is going to maybe tickle their funny bones this year?
Well, this year we have a play that's part of the bigger play called La Pastorela, which is a traditional drama that follows the shepherds on their way to Bethlehem and all of the antics that they run into along the way. So that will be especially humorous this time. Our brass has a really good time playing and underscoring this, and our actors have a really good time dressing up. This year they're going to be the 7 deadly sins, the baddie is, and the shepherds are going to be the heroes in that story, and it should be pretty funny.
Wonderful. I won't ask you to give away any of the jokes today, but looking forward to it. And the humor can come, like you said, not just from the script, but from the music and the choreography and the costumes. So that'll be really something to look forward to. Megan, what is the age range of the cast?
I think this year our youngest is 6 and our oldest is well into their 70s. So we have a broad range of people. We basically build a village on the stage, and most villages have people of all ages. So much younger than 6, they're not really up for the whole rehearsal process, but we try to show families on stage of all different kinds.
Wonderful. And how wonderful, probably a range of ages and experience. It's probably some of their first time being a part of the show, but some of them have probably been participating for many years, so that's wonderful.
We have some that have been all the way through our children's chorus and graduated into our adult chorus and are now working with a band somewhere or are working with other drama groups.
That's fantastic. You know, every year around this time, I start looking forward to the Oscars and movies. And one of my favorite categories of the Oscars is the costume design. I just love watching that and watching the movies to see all these costumes. So tell us about the costumes at the Revels this year.
Well, they always are just as scrumptious as can be, partly because the cast is so large that they're part of the set. And Alex Lewington, our amazing, brilliant costume designer, every year, as soon as we decide what the time and place of the show is going to be, she begins looking for everything she's going to need for this giant cast. And it's colorful, big flowy skirts and costumes with lots of embroidery on them. And it's just going to be such a delight to see these people on stage with their singing and dancing. Just watching them is going to be a delight. And that's thanks to our Alex and her stitchers that she gathers around her.
So all the costumes, I gather, are handmade or handcrafted for the most part and designed specifically for this show.
Well, yeah, what she finds here, there, and everywhere. We put out the call for beautiful, if anyone had blouses with the, the traditional embroidery on them. So she begs, borrows, and we don't steal to create or recreate something that we've got in the costume stock that worked for some other show, but we can recreate for this one. So it's a beautiful, colorful offering on stage.
I love it, being able to repurpose things from years past, even though each show is so unique and has such a different theme. And this year's theme, like you said, is Old Town or Old World Mexico.
Yeah, 1890s is sort of the setting. And it's interesting that you bring up theme, because no matter where we are for the time and place each year, the theme of the Revels is always the same, and that's the solstice theme of going into the darkness and coming back out into the light. So it's death and rebirth. And one of the fun things about doing this culture is there is so much in the culture about traditions around death and rebirth. So we're drawing on all those things, and that's the theme. The theme is always the promise of renewal.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm looking forward to it, and bringing my daughter for the first time this year. What a delight to have her be able to share in that celebration.
I'll say.
So who would you like to thank? I'm sure there's just a tremendous amount of people that were involved in making this happen and seeing it come to life once again this year. So who would you like to thank?
Well, because we're building a village on stage, and then as we leave the Rialto, we are having a celebration with our own village in Tacoma. We'd like to thank Tacoma Creates for helping us bring seasonal celebrations to our village, Tacoma. And we'd also like to thank Tony Gomez from Trio Guadalavin, who has been a consultant with us. As you can tell, we are not Mexican. And so trying to find ways to invite understanding and enjoyment of other cultures. We really rely on our tradition bearers who are in these cultures to kind of help us navigate what's important and what's beautiful and what's fun.
That's wonderful. And you mentioned it was going to be at the Rialto this year, correct?
Yep, back at the Rialto. We've only missed 2020 at the Rialto in all these years, and we all know why we missed 2020.
Well, that's wonderful. Even missing that year, I know the community is just thrilled to have it back last year and this year, and so looking forward to the theme. And you gave your thanks, but I'll just give each of you thanks from me and from the Tacoma community for once again bringing us the Midwinter Revels this year. I'm just looking forward to it so much, and looking forward to celebrating the solstice and holiday season. So Mary and Megan, thank you both for being here. Please pass along your thanks to everyone at the Revels, and we will see you at the Rialto. Thanks for being on Cityline.
Thanks.
And with that, we'll be back with more Cityline right after the break.